Hi, this is Randy Clark, also known as Go For It Randy on my YouTube channel. Okay, if things aren't getting strange enough with this Atacama mummy or Atacama ET or Chilean humanoid, here we have the Attaboy. Have you ever heard of the Attaboy? Well, it too is a 6.5-inch tall humanoid that was found in, guess where? The Atacama Desert in Peru. Back in 1933, this is Robert Ripley, if you don't recognize this. This is Robert Ripley from Ripley's Believe It or Not. This is a world-famous gentleman who is world-famous for one thing, and that's finding very unusual things and unusual beings and animals and all kinds of just strange things. He found this back in 1933 and brought it to the world back in 33. We haven't even heard about it. I mean, I never got the memo about that. Anyways, he was quite proud of this, and very unusual little being too as well. But let's compare this. On the left here, you have the Attaboy, and on the right, you have the Atacama mummy. Both of these are mummies. Both of them were found in the Atacama Desert in South America, which is a very unusual to start finding 6-inch tall beings there. That's very unusual to have it in one location. Very, very strange as we go here. But this is Robert Ripley here. Anyways, if you take a look at these and you start doing some side-by-sides, they look very similar. The heads on these things, both of the heads look very, very unusual. The one on the left there, very unusual, almost looks like an upside-down pyramid, very almost like a gray E.T. kind of look to it. We're not going to call it an E.T., of course not. Wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't want to offend anyone listening to this video right now. This is a humanoid. Let's call it what it really is, right? Okay, but it is a mummy, so let's call it what it is. It's a mummy. The one on the right, there's some very unique things. They've done all kinds of testing on this, CT scans, MRI scans, all kinds of stuff. They've done the DNA on it as well, sequenced the mitochondrial DNA. But one of the strangest things with the one on the right here, which is the Atacama mummy, the rib cage there. A normal human being has 12 ribs. The one on the right here only has 10 ribs. So that's very unusual. There's been human beings that have had abnormalities and have had 11 ribs. But to my knowledge, I don't think there's one that's ever lived that had 10 ribs. This is the first one, according to the doctors and scientists who call this a human being, because it has 91% of the same human DNA that we have. So the one on the right, the Atacama mummy or the Atacama humanoid, whatever you want to call him, has 91% of the same DNA as us humans. But the bottom line is, so what? A chimpanzee has 97% of the same DNA as humans. A gorilla has 95% of the same DNA as humans. In fact, a banana tree shares 55% of the same DNA as humans. Now, are we going to go around and start calling banana trees humans? I mean, come on. The bottom line is, it's a very unusual humanoid. I will grant that to you. But here we have two of these things now. We have two humanoids who are 6 inches tall, who were walking around in the Atacama Desert at some point in time in our past, we don't know when. The scientists and the doctors who have been analyzing the one on the right here, the Atacama mummy, are concluding that it quite possibly could be an ancient creature. I mean, this thing could be thousands of years old. Literally, thousands of years ago, there could have been this lost civilization of 6-inch tall beings, humanoid-looking beings that were walking around on Earth. We don't know. They don't know the answers. They're finding that out. Again, go to my channel at Go For It Randy, because I have several other videos on the one on the right, and I just did a new video yesterday on the one on the right here, which is the Atacama mummy, and some incredible high-definition video. I have an incredible video of the X-ray of the one on the right here that is just incredible. If you haven't seen that, go to my channel at Go For It Randy and check that out. But these two beings are incredible because they're both very unusual. They're both mummies. They were both wrapped in cloth. They're both in pretty, really good shape, considering these things could be literally thousands of years old, maybe hundreds of years old. We really don't know yet. But incredible to find two lost civilizations of humanoids who obviously were walking around in South America at some point in our distant past. This story just keeps getting very, very unusual as we go here. Again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and go to my channel and check out my other videos on this, because I've got some incredible stuff there that you might want to check out. Thank you very much for watching.